Hi, this is Todd. Here's a quick review of Tony Robbins' new book, The Holy Grail of Investing. Um, this is one of many books for him, and I'm going to cover a couple of the other ones in this. But the key question is, do you need a high risk and complex product in your portfolio? We normally believe, no, you don't. It adds a lot of complexity and a lot of fees. And Tony Robbins, who I love for motivation and self-development, lately, his last couple of books have really been pitching partners that he's invested in, co-invested in, or gets some sort of commissions from, and I'm not a big fan of that. So the sad truth is most financial advisors will do more harm than good. The big advisor firms and the banks, they want you to believe that it's normal to just pay 1%, or in the case of private equity, it's more like 2% and 20% of profits. So we believe you don't want that, especially if you have under $10 million, probably even under $20 million in a portfolio. Basically, what you want is a fee-only fiduciary for you 100% of the time and advisor fees below 1%. I encourage you to watch this full video. It's worth well over $1,000 per minute. And a firm like us, we are really built for the millionaire next door. So please keep that in mind. You can pause any of these slides, but here's a lot of great detail. The folks on the left are broker dealers, sales reps, insurance reps. They have high fees. They're mostly sales reps, lack of knowledge, lack of great software, poor investments, or they're using just proprietary closed-end type of funds. They're not data-driven and tons of conflicts of interest. So we really believe you don't want this type of approach in your portfolio, especially if you have, say, $500,000 to $10 million plus. What you do want is on this side, and you can pause any of these slides, take notes, whatever you need to do. But you want a fiduciary for you 100% of the time, advisor fees below 1%, data-driven, best-in-class, funds, ETFs, and mutual funds, access to dimensional funds, Avantis, AQR, iShares, Vanguard, JP Morgan, and others, and then great software. So to help you track performance against benchmarks and really live your best life possible. So all advisors are not the same. You want a great advisor with great software and great people. So the Tony Robbins Holy Grail of Investing, he argues that private investments are better and outperform public markets. Really only the top 20% of those funds do that, and big pension funds and sovereign wealth funds really get access to those funds way before you will. You have to ask yourself, if you're getting offered an investment as an individual investor with less than $20 or $30 million to invest, the question is why? There's so much money out there, and I'll show you the data regarding this. But they claim it's uncorrelated. This is wrong. There's a correlation lag. It really is like equity. That's why it's called private equity. The whole book ends up being a lazy sales pitch for a firm that he's involved with. Normally you have to be accredited or a qualified investor with over $5 million to get access to any of the good funds that are out there, normally much higher. So private equity investments are higher risk, less liquidity, less transparency, tons of fees involved, and a lot of people don't compare them to the proper benchmarks like technology or the S&P 500 from that standpoint. So here's some data. I'm a huge believer in data. This is over 1998 to 2021, so 24 years worth of data. This is from pension funds with 4.4 trillion in assets. I can give you the full study if you wanted, but this data is comprehensive, and the returns were pretty average, especially if you look at the risk involved. So the private equity and hedge funds had more risk, had some low returns, and had tons of fees here. So you have to ask yourself, if these big multi-billion-dollar funds can't get access to predictable private investments, what makes you think you can? And the answer is no, you probably can't. Here's some more data. When you take a look at this multi-year period here, private equity did well, but so did technology. And private equity normally is a lot of technology and smaller type companies. So again, you can pause any of these slides. We believe you don't need this. You want low expense ratio type of funds, tracking to a benchmark. So this is over a 10, 15, 20-year period. Most active managers, and this includes private equity and hedge funds, can't beat their appropriate benchmarks over these 10, 15, 20-year period. It is very hard to do. So take the easier path to letting your investments grow with you over time. so you get your fair share of returns. Here's one of Tony's other books, compared creative planning and some of the stuff they do. Tony was a consultant for them and helped to write a couple books. Again, take a look at the fees versus ours. This is their fee calculation from their ADV, 1% on the first couple $1 million, and then it declines there. So if you have a $1 to $10 million portfolio with creative planning, you're going to pay a lot in fees. I think we offer a much better solution, and we're really built for the millionaire next door. Our fees are 0.6% on the first $1 million, and they decline above $1 million. I do like some of the education creative planning does, but again, I think their fees are too high for the millionaire households. Here's a more detailed approach. If you have $3 million, you're going to end up paying close to 30 grand for creative planning. With us, it's about 12 grand a year. Massive value. And again, our firm is really built for the millionaire next door. So if you have a portfolio of $500K to $10 million, you're a high income W-2 employee, you have incentive stock options, you're a business owner or independent contractor, you want to retire in the next 10 years, you're busy and you want to make work optional, we're a great fit for people like this. If you want to partner with a fee-only advisor to help you live your best life possible, I think we're a great fit. And I really do believe a lot of people in the $1 to $10 million range are massively overpaying for their scope of services. So give us we do these free second opinions, and you can click that below. Here's where we do to drive value. We do the investment management. This is your entire portfolio, including your 401k. We use low-cost funds. We have great providers and partners like Dimensional Funds, iShares, Vanguard. In the middle column, we do retirement planning. We use Right Capital for this. It's awesome software. We help you plan for recessions, when you want to retire, when to take Social Security, how to fund healthcare in retirement. All of that gets taken care of in the planning section. And then for tax planning, we do help you with Roth conversions and really lowering your lifetime tax bill. So what I really think we do is help give people confidence about their plan and their path towards retirement from where you are today to where you want to be. We really can help you to live your best life possible. And again, we're really built for the millionaire next door. So here's our free second opinion process. If you have an interest, you can hit the button below and fill out the form and schedule a meeting. But it's a free discovery call. We gather some data and help you identify your red flags. We do another call to share with you the data. We actually give you a formal report on it. And then if it's a win-win and you think you'd be a good fit for our business, and we think that also, you can possibly become a client. But worst case, if you go through this process, at least you're going to know your red flags. You're going to know how to better invest. You're going to know your total fees and how much you pay each year. So I really encourage you to get a second opinion and fill out the form below. And we look forward to talking with you. Thank you.